Mexico were first out of the hat in Group D. They were followed by Iran, number 19 in the FIFA rankings, another first-time African side, Angola, and the strongly fancied Portugal. Having hosted the World Cup twice and reached the finals no less than 12 times, Mexico are no strangers to this competition. This year they are in fine form, having secured their place in Germany with a great qualifying campaign. Reaching this year's finals was something of a cruise for Mexico. Ricardo Lavalplay's attacking side have found the back of the net a stunning 67 times. That's the largest haul of any team in the finals. Having scored no less than 14 of these goals, star striker Jared Borghetti has the honour of being the highest scorer in the preliminaries and has earned his place in history as Mexico's most prolific player ever. One of the most satisfying goals for the man they call the Desert Fox must have been this strike, which put his team ahead against the USA. Mexico went on to win the game 2-1, taking sweet revenge for being knocked out of the competition 4 years previous by their arch rivals. It was the Bolton player too who moved his team to within 1 point of qualification with his contribution to this 2-0 victory over Costa Rica. But before you start to think Borghetti is the only weapon in Mexico's arsenal, meet centre forward Francisco Fonseca. This 25-year-old has scored 15 goals in his last 20 games and put 4 past Guatemala to wrap up Mexico's storming campaign. Mexico will arrive in Germany ranked 7th in the world, but they might just be the dark horses of this tournament. They beat Brazil in last summer's Confederations Cup, proving they can hold their own against the best of them. Iran will have to beware when they come head-to-head with this formidable side on June 11th. Iran have previously appeared in just 2 World Cups, having only ever won 1 game, famously against the USA in 1998, and have never made it past the first round. With at least 6 members of the squad earning their living in Europe, most notably former Asian Player of the Year Ali Karami, the Iranians feel that they have assembled the best side in their history.
فوتبال بازی گروهیه و فکر می‌کنم بازیکن به تنهایی هیچ بازیکن نمیتونه مثمر ثمر باشه و این بازیکنایی که توی اروپا دارن بازی میکنن خب بازیکنای خیلی خوبی هستن و میتونن کمک کنن به تیم به بقیه به بازیکن‌ها، ولی روی هم رفته ما توی ایران هم بازیکنای خیلی خوبی داریم، بازیکن جوان خیلی خوبی داریم که فکر میکنم برای آینده فوتبال ما خیلی خوب باشن، مثمر ثمر باشن و
And that future started with their successful qualifying campaign, which itself started slowly, with a 0-0 draw against Bahrain. But in the next game, Iran drew the first real blood in their group with a less than entertaining but hugely important defeat of main rivals Japan. Hero of that day was German-based striker Vahid Hashemian, who struck both of Iran's goals. That victory sparked a 4-match winning streak that secured their finals place despite losing their last game in Tokyo.
گروه خوبی افتاده بودیم و فکر می‌کنم سخت‌ترین بازیمون بازی با ژاپن بودش که تو تهران انجام شد و فکر می‌کنم بیشتر نتیجه گرفتیم تا فوتبال بازی کردن ولی به هر حال هدفم این بود که به جام جهانی صعود کنیم و همینطور هم شد.
Iran's reward was a place in Group D, an intriguing gathering of teams representing 4 continents and 4 distinct football styles.
قسمت نشد ولی خب این گروهی هم که افتادیم توش گروه آسونی نیستش و فکر کنم تیم پرتغال و مکزیک که فکر کنم از آنگولا قوی تر باشن و فکر کنم بازی مشکلی برابر این 2 تیم داشته باشیم و ما تلاشمون رو میکنیم، امیدوارم که بتونیم از این مرحله صعود کنیم ولی خیلی مشکل سخت.
Angola are one of 4 African countries making their debut appearance at the World Cup finals. Surprise winners of a very tough qualifying group against experienced opposition.
Everybody was thinking that, of course, Nigeria was the big favorite in this group. And in Africa is difficult because only one team goes through. But we played very well. We can get a good result in Nigeria, and we beat them at home. And I think the team and the players they start to believe that they can do it. And this was the positive thing. They give everything what they have, and now we are there in the World Cup.
It seems that after many years of violence and political turbulence, Angola's success on the football pitch is a symbol of the country's new sense of optimism for the future.
The fact of the war is finished in Angola. People start to believe that Angola have potential, and to be in the World Cup, I think, is the best way to show the world how is our country, which kind of good things we got there, and I think this is the right way.
Angola lost just one game in the group and were very strong at home, but had to wait until the last stages of the last game against Rwanda before they were sure of their fate.
Rwanda was the last in the group, and they don't have nothing to win, in that game. And I feel a little bit the team was a little bit nervous because they know we have to win. There's no other result can help us. And it was a little bit difficult to handle because only in the last 10 minutes we scored the goal.
Rwanda hadn't come to the Kigali stadium to defend and made it hard for Angola, even hitting the crossbar in the second half. But with a little more than 10 minutes to go, Angolan hearts burst with joy when inspirational captain Aqua headed the goal that sent the team known as the Palancas Negras through to Germany in 2006.
Aqua is one of the best players. He's our forward, he's a striker. I think he was the guy that brings us to the World Cup, because at the most important moments he was there to decide the games. Most of the players, they play not in the first leagues. We have a few players, they play second league in Portugal. We have another players, they play in Angola first league. As professionals, nobody wants to go there and lose. And of course we want to go there and try to make the best result, that perhaps we get the points to go to the next step from the World Cup. And I think this will be a big thing for Angola.
For a country so renowned for the quality of its footballers, Portugal has a surprisingly poor record in the World Cup and has only qualified twice in the 40 years since famously finishing third in 1966. But at least this time, they jumped the all-important first hurdle, qualification.
I really delighted to get qualified for the World Cup. Once more, Portugal achieved it. And of course, when the national team plays over there, it's a massive thing for all the Portuguese people,
And with Brazilian World Cup coach Felipe Scolari at the helm, even after defeat in the Euro 2004 final, national football pride is on a high.
We have a very good qualification round to get to the World Cup, because we play 12 games and we never get beat, and drew 3 times.
And with a team chock full of top internationals, you wouldn't expect anything less.
We have Figo, Ronaldo, Deco, George Andrade, Miguel. I will start naming all the players,
And the qualifying group looked like it would be a breeze after walking all over Estonia. 9 unbeaten games later, after an initial hiccup against lowly Liechtenstein, their trip to Germany was confirmed. Benjamin Fischer embarrassed the home team in the first half. Faces went even redder when Figo blasted this penalty over. Before the natural order was restored, initially by Pauletta, and then decisively by Nuno Gomes with 5 minutes to spare. Cue the mad celebrations. Another piece of history was made in the final group match against Latvia, when Pauletta broke Eusebio's all-time scoring record with 2 goals in 2 minutes. And the demolition job was finished in style by Hugo Viana just before the final whistle.
All of us going to be really motivated to be there, and one big thing to achieve is to play for your national team. Another big thing is to play in the World Cup or European Championship.
Hanover is one of Germany's 10 largest cities. It's a busy international trade centre which is also famed for its tranquil surroundings, baroque gardens, modern art, museums and fine entertainment. Largely destroyed during the Second World War, Hanover has been almost completely rebuilt, and the capital of Lower Saxony is now one of the most beautiful cities in Germany. Like much of Germany, the streets of Hanover are peppered with cafes and bars, and they will be packed to the rafters when fans from all over the world descend on Hanover for the matches that are to be played here. Artist Niki de Saint's sculptures preside over the famous flea market on the banks of the River Leine. Many summer festivals take place here. Art, carnivals and classical music all feature heavily in the traditional surroundings of the old town. The Niedersachsenstadion was completed in 1954. Home to Hanover 96 of the Bundesliga, it was also used during the 1974 World Cup. 64 million euros have been invested in modernising and refurbishing the stadium in preparation for the finals in 2006. It now boasts an all-seater 40,000 capacity. It's a very compact stadium which will provide a great atmosphere for the 5 matches that will be played here. Matches with Italy, Mexico, Croatia and South Korea will all feature, as well as one of the quarterfinals.